But I will say that I agree with the woman who she said something along the lines of, I just don't think it's healthy for someone to always be alone or whatever. And like I agree because to an extent, because humans are social creatures by design, right? But some people are able to live fairly solitude, hermit-like lifestyle and still thrive as their own person within their own universe, right? And then every now and then asking for help and stuff and interacting with people. Like for me, there's a certain level or a certain balance of social interaction I need, and I also need to stay away from in order to continue to feel my most balanced, actualized self, right? I need to have those like massive times alone for me and myself to remain mentally sane and healthy, right? I'm not the type of person that can't be alone, right? Because I'm good company, So I completely, in some ways, not completely, but in some ways, I disagree with how much she overstepped in that person's life and trying to get her to have a support system when it seemed as though she was doing just fine, right? But at the same time, she was saying how that person completely ignored her feelings and she was trying to communicate how she was feeling toward the end, which she really, I mean, it really did sound like she has a real struggle bus. She's on the struggle bus when it comes to setting boundaries, right? And setting boundaries, as she is feeling diminished versus her feeling completely drained and like, pouty and what's it called? Like, forget the wording I'm trying to use because it's a bit harsh right now. But like she was visually like drained, diminished, a little bit reverted almost it seemed in age because like she felt like basically she was taking her soul. And so it's like, well, I mean, in some ways she wasn't taking your soul because you were freely giving it. Like you freely gave her your time. You freely gave her your presence in places that you didn't want to be, right? Like you didn't set clear boundaries from the beginning of the relationship, right? You didn't. It sounds like you have a hard time saying no and a hard time knowing your fucking place. You know, like, that's what it sounds like. Because, like, it's not your job to make sure another human being has a support system. It's their job. She's going to figure out her friend situation and her relationship situation. Like, she was even dogging on her for having preferences. And it's like, no, like, if her preferences are way out there, she knows what the fuck she wants. She's setting the boundary like you should have been doing a long ass time ago.